Hey Masked Singer fans, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and this week is Thanksgiving. That means we do not have a new episode of The Masked Singer. If you watch this week, it's going to be a repeat of Trolls Night, which took place last week. All that being said, there are still other versions of The Masked Singer taking place this week, including Germany. That's right, they are now into their 9th season of the show. Yeah. They're catching up to the US a little bit, which is kind of getting interesting because they started, I think, a whole year after us, and they're only one season away. So I figured while we are just kind of off for the week, let's go back to the Masked Singers from around the world where I don't think we did many from last year, but we're going to go ahead and check out a few for this year. That being said, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. A big hello to everyone in Germany. We do know they watch our videos from time to time. They actually included us in season 6 or season 7, something like that. And so, if you are watching from Germany, I have to admit, your costumes are absolutely gorgeous. They did such a great job designing these, and so let's talk about their costumes they have for season 9. That being said, if you want to watch this show, it takes place on Sundays at 8:15. It's kind of hard to see that here in the US with the time difference. I believe it's 6 hours. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is 6 hours. So you'd have to be like 2:15 here on the East Coast, even further back on the West Coast. But let's go through these costumes. Just to list them just to begin with, we've got, these are translated by the way. So you got Ice Princess, you've got Fire Extinguisher, Kiwi, Klaus Claus. I know that sounds weird, it's not Santa Claus, it's Klaus, which is Claus with a K, then Claus, like Santa Claus. Then we have, and I apologize if I'm saying this wrong, Lulatsch. Then Mars Mouse, and pretty straightforward. Mustang, Troll, and here's another one, I'm so sorry if I pronounce it wrong, Okapi, which is like a deer. These costumes are what's making up this season, and when it comes to panelists, they are switching some back and forth. Some of them have been on for 2 seasons, 3 seasons, the host is back on. We got another panelist that's been on for 8 seasons, so it's a mix of folks. Some folks here in the US you may not know, but let's go ahead and just dive into these costumes. They did have their premiere this past Sunday, so one of the people have been revealed. I'll tell you that at the end. So let's start off with the Ice Princess. This costume is gorgeous. In the preview costume photo they usually give at the beginning of the season, they kind of show it in like a snow globe, which works out perfectly because, you know, she's an ice princess. This costume has so much detail, even down to its dress, because it's not a normal dress. It's like a bell dress. It kind of like stands out like something from the opera. She's got this beautiful, I guess you can consider this a crown, which is made of icicles and it stands out. Everything just fell. 1 second. Put that on the side for now. She has this hair that are kind of made into like snowballs in a way that travel all the way down towards her knees. This thing sparkles, it shimmers, it looks like it's frozen. This is such a beautiful costume. I have to admit, I'm very jealous of some of these costumes. Next on the list is Fire Extinguisher, and he's standing inside of a firehouse. He has a fire extinguisher. I guess his whole body technically is a fire extinguisher, including the legs, which when they stand together makes like a circle. So I have to say, it's probably very hard to dance in that thing. You probably can't like really move from side to side and backwards and forwards. Though I have to say, its arms look like a lot of fun. When it comes to the helmet, I'm assuming where its mouth would have been is where like the person can actually see through. This is just a fun costume, something I haven't seen before. The next one, Germany, I got some questions for you. It's Kiwi, but it's not a kiwi. It's a kind of bird that is dressed up like a pilot. So I was trying to Google what is a kiwi in Germany, and I don't, maybe it's a kind of bird? Obviously, it's gotta be some kind of bird, but nothing pops up, I guess, on our end. I'm assuming that when you Google that, like in Germany, something else comes up. This is a fun costume. He's got propellers behind him. He's got the mask on, or at least the goggles on top of his head. He even has his like harness on him for when he's ready to fly. this just looks like a fun costume overall. Its wings are kind of made to look like airplane wings as well. Cute costume. Next is the Klaus Claus, which is like an elf, but not really. Like, I feel like this is definitely some kind of traditional thing in Germany, because Klaus obviously is a figure. So I'm like looking at this, it looks like to me, it looks like an elf. He is beautiful. Red hair. He's got this beautiful hat he has on, which I'm kind of jealous for. I want one of those to sleep in. He's got this giant, I don't know if that is, if this is a mallet. It looks like Thor's mallet in a way. But this is an oversized costume, and it's so cute. I can imagine this person getting out during like the Christmas kind of week. That's usually what they kind of do with the Masked Singer, but that's a great one. The next one, the Lulatsch. This reminds me of like one of those monster costumes we have here in the US, like the Monster Family. He is so adorable. You could tell that he's warm and fuzzy. Germany, you better make this one into a plushie, like a plush doll, so that way like kids can buy them and play with them, because that would be a lot of fun to have. He's missing some teeth, so he only has like 2 like off-centered here and then 1 down the middle, or I guess three actually. 1 big eye. He's got hair that kind of reminds me of like Rocket Power hair. It's a cartoon here in the US from like the, say, late 90s. But he's so cute and cuddly, I would totally hug him. Next on the list is the Mars Mouse, and the name describes it perfectly. It is a mouse in some kind of space suit on Mars. He's got eyes that change colors and change direction, beautiful ears, a little like a blue pom-pom on top. Which, how does that work in a spacesuit? Will that still let air through, right? Will that make it kind of hard to keep the atmosphere out of the suit? But, I mean, this one is a fun outfit. Definitely something you could definitely dance in like crazy. But I want you to look at the next one. The Mustang. This Mustang, looking at the photo, she has a lot of attitude. Hand on the hip, staring at it. Looks like the Mustang is laughing at me. Like, haha, I'm better than you, buddy. Haha. That being said, he's got purple pants on that says MU for Mustang. He's got orange and purple. Kind of reminds me in a way of a football player. I mean, he's got some ripped abs. So maybe this person likes to work out. Could be possible. Second to last is Troll, and this troll is gorgeous. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of Frozen, where they have like the boulders that kind of roll. Those kind of trolls. Because you can see that he is stone. He does have a lot of green coming out of him, whether it is leaves, whether it looks like there's like butterflies and some kind of dragonflies around him. This looks like a fun costume. I wonder though, how tall is this person? Because it looks like it could be for someone who's like my height. I'm like 5'3". So it seems like a really, really fun costume. And lastly, the Okapi. I hope I'm saying that right. Which is really like a deer, right? I believe that is a certain kind of deer in Europe. I don't think we have that over here. But they made her look like a queen. Oh my gosh. If the Ice Princess is a princess, this girl here is a queen. She has like the Egyptian thing going on with a mix of like an Indian aspect, because she's got the headdress and the things up here that kind of remind me of Egyptian, like what they would wear. But underneath, it's got these beautiful color clothing with this awesome design, which is kind of Egyptian, but also kind of reminds me of the Indian, like, inspiration kind of flow. You let me know. I mean, to me, that's what it looks like here, and it's beautiful. She also has very long nails, which I can imagine be really hard to hold that microphone, but kind of is what it is. That being said, because they already aired the first episode, we already know who was revealed, and we have some performances. So let's go ahead and share with you just a couple quick cuts of these performances, because we don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. If they are missing, it means that they made us take them out. So if it just kind of cuts to me talking about who's revealed, that's what happened. But go ahead and check out these videos.
Nice cool breeze and big palm trees. Life don't get no better.
Who do you think you are? Run around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts.
It looks like a great season, and I love their set. You know, we haven't done a video on their set in a while, and since the past few seasons, some things have changed. I definitely think that they're moving more towards, I don't know, like they're adding in more colors and things on these stages. They're getting more elaborate. You go back to the original Masked Singer, and there really wasn't much besides just the masks. Now there's LEDs, and stages are all lit up differently, and they have screens everywhere, and I mean, it looks great. And I have to say, I think the last time I covered the show, they were doing, I think, still COVID protocols. So it's kind of nice to see them come back, because I haven't covered them in a while. It's nice to see them with full audiences and things like that. But that being said, who was revealed? Okapi was revealed. It was someone that I know that you guys probably don't know in the show, but she did sing a song by Bell Stars. So, you know, I think that she did have a lot of fun. I didn't get to see her performance. It seems like she did read in the comments that she had a great time on the show, though I can't believe that we're in season 9, right? But out of the 9 costumes, in the comment section, let me know which one is your favorite. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. Stay safe. I'll see you later. Bye.